How's it going, everyone? So, today I am heading back to work. Just another commute morning. It is getting pretty cold now. It's about 57 degrees. It's supposed to be a little warmer later in the week, but I only commute on Mondays. And in the Bay Area, even on hot days, it's usually cold in the morning. So, not the most fun time to ride, but traffic is pretty terrible. Checked on the GPS, it was showing over an hour 15 minutes to get to work. It'll probably take me about 50 minutes. So let's go for this little ride. Let me know in the comments, do any of you guys ride your bike to work? How do you like it? I like it better than driving to work, that's for sure. But it's still not the most fun thing. It's not like when I'm out riding a bike for fun, because I'm not riding on the streets that I want to ride. I'm not riding on the type of ride that I want to ride. I'm stuck on traffic, so I always gotta be extra aware for stupid drivers, not able to stay away from cars like most of the times when I'm riding by myself. So it is for sure better than driving a car, but because I don't get stuck on traffic for as long, but I still gotta drive super slow, ride super slow between cars. Also gotta be careful because it's cold and the street is cold, the tires are cold, so it might be slippery. Some areas are even wet. I mean, a little later, whenever it starts getting colder, I'm not even gonna be able to ride my bike anymore because it gets pretty icy in the morning. So like whenever I used to drive my car would sit outside and the windows would be all frosty. So in a few months I'm still gonna try to ride even when it's super cold, but the Bay Area cold weather for me is close to 32 degrees. Like, I'm still gonna ride, but probably later in the day after work. End of van. And traffic already started before we even got to the freeway, so that's fun. I don't like these gloves. They're they're warm, but they have a very bad feeling to them. I can't feel much. Like I can't feel the throttle well. I can't feel the brakes well. They're not the best. So I'm doing some lane splitting now. Try to not go too fast. This guy on the Tesla has his car driving himself. This other dude here. So that's one of the reasons I don't like, well, that I don't think it's extremely fun commuting to work on a motorcycle. It's much better than a car, of course, because I'm not stuck on all this traffic. I'm moving faster than any car here, but you're always like extra aware, which is a good thing, but kind of nervous, kind of nerve-wracking too. Yeah, because then traffic starts moving. This is why it's good lane splitting, because when traffic stops like this, a lot of people are on their phones, and then traffic was moving back there. They don't brake, and they rear-end each other. And if you're in a motorcycle and you gotta stop in traffic like that, it is dangerous. I know a lot of people will say, oh, lane splitting is way more dangerous. Well, depends on how you lane split. Of course, it is always dangerous anyway, but riding a motorcycle is dangerous, so, I mean, what can you do, right? My exit is the next one. I'm not sure if I want to start moving over now. See, this is why it's sketchy. That guy on the van, like, what was he doing? Was he on the phone to swerve like that? Because how do you swerve like that when riding on a straight line and there's nothing on your left side? It's like he was getting off the lane. I had his blinkers on, so not a fan of lane splitting on this lane. People are always trying to get to the right lane last minute. Usually we'll go if it's super slow. Another fellow motorcyclist. This is something that I could work on, is switching lanes closer to my exit, because I feel like I moved to the right lane way too early. So I had to lane split on the right lane a lot. found neutral there. I don't know if it's just a motorcycle or if it's me, because I'm wearing these like riding shoes that don't make it the most comfortable thing for my foot to go up. But I keep finding neutral a lot on this bike. Yeah, so what I was talking about these gloves is that they fit on my finger, but the tips of the gloves, they have a lot of extra stuff on them. I guess to keep it warm, but they don't make it very easy to feel things. And they are also way too long, so whenever I try to grab the clutch or the brakes, they kind of touch the brakes or the clutch lever when I'm moving my hand. If you see my videos, I talk about this bike not being very comfortable on freeway rides, but that's only when it's windy, as you guys saw there. I got to 90 miles per hour, super easy, no issues. There's no issues with power on getting to the freeway or even passing past 80 miles per hour. And it's not crazy windy today, so it felt super fine, no issues. As you guys can see, I'm on 6 gears doing 80 miles. So if I hit the throttle, it'll go. So you have plenty of passing power. And that's on 6th gear. I could downshift to 5th gear and have even more power. Traffic stopping ahead. Trying to slowly hit the brakes multiple times so these cars will see that my brake lights are on, because so here we go. Another, so pretty much I catch traffic on 2 freeways. I gotta take I-80 one way, and then I take this freeway, which is 580 this other way, and it gets pretty hectic on these 2 places. Sometimes the traffic on this lane here on this freeway is backed up all the way to that exit that I got onto the freeway, just so you guys have an idea of how bad it is. And when it's like this, it usually takes me about an hour. Jesus, that guy on the red car. Turn my hazard lights on. Don't know if it's gonna do much because the sun is behind me, so that's why I usually lane split here. Way slower. Trying to hit the gas a little hard to make people hear the motorcycle, because it's hard to see when you look in the sun, in the mirrors here when you're driving. The sun blocks a lot of your vision, so I usually don't go fast here. So you just gotta be careful whenever you rev bone like that. So you gotta let go of the clutch slow. If you let go hard, that bike will jump, leave you behind. Right lane is moving much faster, but the thing is that it's pain in the ass to move to the carpool lane here, which is on the left side, and it's like half the price for the bridge. And if you don't know, the bridge in the Bay Area is like extremely expensive. $7 or $8 or something like that, which is stupid for. And then they use the money that people pay for bridge to make a bike lane to make traffic even worse, which is what they did here. And it's not even a motorcycle lane, it's a bicycle lane. So now we don't have an emergency lane on the bridge. We have a bicycle lane that nobody uses. Supposedly to make it easier for motorcycles to for bicycles to commute, but it doesn't really. Like if you guys will see here on the right lane, this used to be the breakdown lane. So whenever there was an accident, people could pull over. But now it's a bike lane, and if there's any accidents, people have nowhere to go, and then you get that crazy traffic that we get every now and then. Well, not every now and then, literally every week. And as you guys can see, that's the bike lane. Not a single bicycle commuting to work. You see, sometimes in the middle of the day, some rich people riding their expensive bikes, wearing all of their biking gear and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much where our tax money goes to make a useless bike lane so we face more traffic. And I'm not against bicycles. I used to ride bicycles a lot, so I'm all about going for bicycle safeties. But why didn't they make this an HOV lane, carpool lane, to let motorcycles, buses, or even taxis go through, and then created like a bus route that could carry the bikes around from one side to the other, you know? That way bicycles could still go through the bridge safely, and there aren't that many. There will be more public transportation, traffic would flow better, but no, let's close the emergency lane and make a bike lane. It's a smart idea, let's do that. You know, let's spend millions of dollars so people can have a bike lane that only rich people will use every now and then for fun, not even to commute to work. Who the fuck is gonna bike this all through this whole bridge, all this cold ass weather, just to, well, especially on this bridge with that super windy, all this cold ass weather, to get to work on the other side? bridge is super long, and just to get to the bridge, just one more thing too. So right after the bridge, behind me, like on the side that I came from, it's usually, well, it's a rich people area. That's Point Richmond. So houses there are expensive. People there, they usually have money. So to get to the bridge from a place that's more, that people are more poor, they don't have much money to buy a car or commute, it's miles away, and this bridge is already over 4 miles long. So it's a long commute. You know, if you're trying to get to work here, and then you get to this area here, which is more expensive too, and if you don't work here close to the bridge, you gotta go to downtown St. Rafael, which is where I work, and that makes it even worse because that's super far for riding a bicycle. So it would be over an hour easily from the closest point biking to the other. So imagine riding to work in the morning for over an hour. You get to work super sweaty. So I don't see many people that could do that, you know, that could get to work super sweaty and be okay with that. So yeah, I don't know who thought a bicycle lane there would be a good idea. Well, but that's enough of me just talking about my frustrations with you guys. I'm almost getting to work now, so I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.